Is it herbal? I put that question on purpose because it reflects the reaction of patients. What I would like to talk about is it is not pharmacophobia, which is an abnormal and persistent fear of taking medicine, often caused by some other experiences, but this will be the outline of my speech. And I believe you're all tired. I don't want to go into details. The herbal issue. It is somehow sympathetic and also a hot topic. When you check this picture, instead of these pills, they would like to use that powder. And putting it in a package, and it creates the idea that there is a human touch there, and it caused some hesitations. The human touch could be even evil, but this is coming from nature, and it is pure. It is like pure healing with herbal. So there is a huge market there with millions of liras, and those are quite acceptable people. Apart from this disturbed, ugly capitalist markets, they are quite acceptable, and they have a certain severe but those are not people who have something completely irrelevant to our field. I know what they are fearing from that. And while talking together with Hawa, there are AIs, artificial intelligence machines, and we are excited to see the improvements in the future. That fear symbolized in the sentence, is it herbal? People are getting much and much hesitant about the use of medications, and people are not trusting physicians that much. And especially at that time, there is a tradition. We have some habits, and we would like to embrace the traditional things. And I believe those also give some relief to us as well. And for security perception, it is like the arrogance of people. Men do not like to change. I may also agree with that. If I say, just change your room to the next one because it is much more comfortable, but I may say, I'm staying here already and I'm comfortable enough, so I don't want to change it. And that's why there is this perceived security issue, and the arrogance is not a pathologic one. The naturally occurring arrogance, I can do that, I can deal with that, I can handle it. This standing in front of a situation does exist in any of us. And the confrontation in between the physician and the patient, no matter how smiling you are, you still try to patronize the patient because you are the one in that room to give some orders. But nowadays, increasing number of people are suspicious of medical intervention, treatments, recommendations, vaccines. They check our resumes. They check your social media. and they have a certain idea before coming to you. So the sustainability of that authority over the patient is not that easy right now. There are image makers, and you do pay some amount of money to Google to have your name in the first place, and you try to have nice pictures, good looking ones, to create that powerful image. There are lots of studies indeed to measure patients' trust in physicians' fairness and quality of care. But you may also guess the highlighted ones. There is a huge decrease, dramatic decrease in trust level of patients. We are talking about 40 years ago. It is somehow long, but also quite short. In 40 years, there is a damage. There has been a damage given to the trust to physicians. You may check the second part. The machine, there is an insult like saying the machines will take over your roles, and they say they devalue the artificial intelligence by saying the machine. And in banks, for example, in supermarkets, there are barcode reading scanning machines, and in the first place it will be the surgeons, and then they will take part in all of the units, but we're really wondering what will be the consequences, what will be the course of this change. I think this machine word is reflecting the insult and their attitude towards us. The films, literature, and TV shows. I do like this topic genre a lot, and there is a fear just we got from those pieces of arts. I mean, the science fiction literature creates an idea, and it just it supports that fear in our minds. The bad intentions are somehow delivered by those medications that I don't want to talk about. And there are physicians and physicians. And it is a fact worldwide. Let's say fear, not hatred. Doctors are in front pages, and not all the good things are listed in those newspapers, but bad things. The engineers claim that, oh, we are as smart as you, and we have this training also, but having the license to check the body, cut the body, and intervene inside of it, it is a strange profession. As a physician, I can really understand the playing God state of mind of physicians. It is understandable because it is quite strange, and the population in front of you, I mean, touching the heart, literally touching the heart, you may not want to be next to that physician because that power is somehow distracting. And I do also not like to visit physicians. For example, my mom warns me, go and check your cholesterol levels, but I do not. The Illuminati, Rothschild family, the dark side of the world, and pharmaceutical companies who are just slaving the population. There are this fancy part of the things. Maybe those are just conspiracy theories, but it could be real. For example, giving fluoxetine fluoxetine is produced by that company, and that company is owned by that family. Or that family is like that. It is sad and it is tiring, exhausting. In Africa, for example, I checked lots of things, and they are fearful of Western doctors and medications because they do think they will incarcerate the people by using those medicines. I'm not trying to advocate Western world, but there is such a fact. And for pedagogic psychology, psychiatry, Andrew Wakefield caused some troubles regarding vaccination. Although there are some counterfacts, it claims that there are some allegations physicians cause damage to child by vaccination, and it causes autism. And it is just like a snowball. It's getting bigger and bigger day by day. Kinda scientific. They have some facts and they're using those. In social media, I've talked about that yesterday. Social media is somehow slapped and we say something bad, all bad things about that, and it is quite good to insult social media in a way, but I do not do that because I don't think it is negative for youngsters as well. It is just a claim. In our times it was like that good, everyone just collaborating. No, it was not the fact of our lives. But youngsters are not here, so it doesn't mean that I do explain all of this to you. The cults and all those groups, they are affected. There is an interaction and a viral split of words. The bad physician's vaccination, is it a fancy headline, and after that everyone follows it. And in psychiatry it is much complex. Why? Because the medications that we prescribe goes directly to the brain cells. This is in public language, and they say it could kill your brain cells. An antibiotic, do you use them? Yes, I do. But when I take this psychiatric medicine, I was just like a zombie. It is not to just make jokes about that. There is such a perception why we are getting this as an insult. Why? Because it is not an empty idea. We say, you do not get addicted to these medications, but we should have an empathy with the patient's brain. We do not have all the knowledge about that. We should just confess, and we should accept their fears as well. That fear is not something that we should be fearful. It is something intimidating for people, something causing hesitations in their minds. Yes, those are we could say there are phase studies, preclinical, clinical studies, they do use it, and there are nothing wrong. But hesitation will remain forever. No one hesitant about aspirins. Of course, there are people who are not using any of them, but the changes in feelings and emotions, they do fear that. They are thinking, should I lose control of myself? Should I just be someone else by using this medication? Or should I get much comfortable by using this medication? I will be out of lines. I will lose all the borders of, I will lose all the control. They are fearful of these, but what we do see, upon the orders that we give the patients, there are still some hesitations, and we do think, how come? And it causes patchy roads for us. Indeed, we are not just physicians, we are also patients. We will visit, we do and will visit physicians, other physicians. So in a calm manner, we should just review the patient's hesitations.